Hey everyone, Shadow Rockets here, and on today's episode of Halo Testbed, we're going to be talking about the Hydra launcher. Now, there's going to be some interesting things to learn about the Hydra launcher, so let's get right into it. First of all, of course, we're going to be talking about the 15-step difference, and that for the Hydra is going to be a 1.167 second 15-step shot. Of course, it takes 2 bullets to kill someone with the Hydra launcher, direct bullets. It only takes 0.7 seconds to get the 15-step distance when you lock on and you're aiming down the sights. Technically they're the same thing, you may as well be locked on if you're aiming down the sights. That is 40% faster. They're showing you the distance that you will feel the pain if you shoot someone there, but the distance, the area of effect for the Hydra launcher is huge. It's almost the same as the rocket launcher. It kind of feels like the same as the rocket launcher, to be honest. However, the kill range for it, let me not get ahead of myself here. The aim down sights time is 0.2 seconds, the rate of fire is 0.35 seconds in between each shot, and the lock on time is 0.35 seconds. You saw right there, I teabagged at the maximum radius of the, the maximum radius of the Hydra's explosives, and you could see that even point blank, if I did not hit Tidiest Bolt spot on, I couldn't kill him with 2 shots. So the effective kill area of effect is so small. Now for this section, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to show you that you can easily see when someone is locking onto you with the Hydra launcher via the red light that shines. Now, however, it actually disengages the auto lock whenever you walk behind the gun, so I guess you can always walk to someone's right side and get out of their view faster. Had a little bit of trouble shooting through these walls with the Hydra launcher. It's a little bit confusing trying to aim it because the bullets drop so fast. Had to get that white background. We'll change that setup for next time. Now, the blast radius does not affect through walls, just the same as the rocket launcher. Both rocket launchers, I guess I should say. It's just these human weapons. It seems like it doesn't have any wall penetration factor at all, which is generally understandable for the Halo universe. Now the Mongoose, it took 7 shots to kill a Mongoose with the Hydra launcher. This is not a vehicle killer by any means. I would not recommend ever using this against vehicles. You see it takes 10 shots to kill a Warthog, which we can learn a lot about the health of vehicles using this, which we will be using on the vehicle testbed versions of this series, but for the time being, just know that it was 7 shots to kill a Mongoose, 10 to kill a Warthog, 37 shots to kill a tank. We sat here for so long. I'm sorry that you had to sit through this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Again, the Hydra should not be used to attack any sort of vehicle. But again, you can see that with 37 shots, that means a tank has about 4 times as much health as a Warthog. Or I guess technically 3.7 times the health of a Warthog. But at that point, if you're shooting 37 Hydra shots at a tank, you've probably died quite a few times from just the tank unloading on you. Absolutely ridiculous. I never want to shoot a Hydra at a tank again. Now there is armor-piercing rounds with the Hydras, or certain Hydras, in Warzone. I strongly recommend those, because I could only imagine they'd be a little bit better. The Mantis takes 14 shots to kill, which is stronger than the Warthog, so we get to see that the Mantis does have a little bit more of a shield than the Warthog does. Couldn't really tell that from the previous rocket launchers, considering it only took 2 shots for both of them. So I really do appreciate doing the Hydra for that sake. We do have 7 shots to kill a Ghost, kind of proving that a Ghost and a Mongoose have identical health as far as Hydras are concerned anyway, as far as launchers really. The Wraith took 25 shots, which isn't half of a tank, but it's substantially less. I would not want to go against a tank with a Wraith. However, Wraiths have that arch from it actually using a mortar shell, so you could probably take on a tank shooting over top of buildings, but that should be saved for another time, getting ahead of myself to vehicle in depth again. So anyway, back to the Hydra launcher. It's just, I don't know. I haven't gotten a chance to use the actual armor-piercing rounds on Warzone, but as soon as I do, I'll let you know how great they are, because they seem like they could only be wonderful. The Banshee took 13 shots, which is 1 shot less than a Mantis, and more shots than a Warthog. So it's pretty respectable. Again, with the Banshee, it seems like the roll kind of breaks the lock-on, but it's for such a short amount of time it really doesn't matter. The Hydra doesn't have a very long range where it can lock onto, unlike the rocket launchers, so that's it's very close range. It's a close range weapon. You should use it against people, mainly, again. But 13 shots is nothing to gawk at. Definitely, if you're in a Banshee taking on a Hydra, you shouldn't really feel scared, but be wary because the Banshee acrobatics does not thwart the rocket for very long, just as in the other rockets. The Phaeton took a 20-shot beating before blowing up. Again, this is not in its little core area at the back, which might be a lot easier to kill it with, considering you could take it down with an assault rifle at that point. Strongly recommend shooting that back area if you're taking on a Phaeton. Anyway, I don't know. Its thrusts don't do that much, as you can see. But friends, if you like this video, if you learned something today, if you learn a little bit about the Hydra, don't forget to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time when we finally start to get into interesting weapons. I don't know if I'm going to do the railgun or a fuel rod next, so I guess that'll just have to be a surprise. Shadow Rockets out.